WhatsApp group. So what are the instructions for the MBA students? Can anyone? The Zoho Corporation. If not, so while the guest is arriving, till he is arriving, you can use your cell phones and you take as much as information you can. Try to understand what is the business model of the Zoho Corporation, who is the management, what are the products and the services, who are the competitors, and what are the challenges they are facing. Instead of chit chatting over there, you have to maintain the silence and you have to take the most of this opportunity. Whenever the guest asks you the questions, you keep your mouth every time and you look here and there. If some other fellow will ask the questions, better you prepare yourself. Everyone should be ready with one question. Everyone. And randomly I will ask. So kindly extract this information. You are having ample of that time. Don't waste your time.
अभी क्या अभी रुको वो डिले आ रहा है कुछ नेटवर्क का इशू 4G पे आ गया थोड़ा फिर होगा ना वो तो रहा है ना नेक्स्ट ट्रेन रंदो के चालू सेम रंदो चालू ये रंदो के चालू अभी की बस की यहाँ से शेयर कर दो नहीं होगा ना ये देखो लाइव चालू क्या अभी ये बैक सिंग कर दिया क्या करोगे बैक सिंग थोड़ी देर 5-2 गेस्ट आने तक कर दे थंबनेल लगाना पड़ेगा. माइंड फुल पे लगा दिया, कोई कॉल ही नहीं कर पाएगा.
Please keep your phone on silent mode.
देखो तो नाम आया क्या? नाम आया क्या? देखो ना. संजीवनी यूनिवर्सिटी कोपरगांव. हो गया. कोई एक्चुअली अभी तो फोन रख दे, फोन को. थंबनेल देख रहा मैं. थंबनेल नहीं होगा तो क्या नहीं. सब काम हो गया. सब काम हो गया. हमारे घर में लगा.
I request you all to please occupy front chair. Please. Back seat.
दादा आने वाले देख.
occupying the front chairs. The balcony chairs, we will charge you 500 rupees. Please occupy front chair. Come, occupy the front chair. You want to go past, please. You also guys. Stand up. Okay, you stay here. Also, anything you want to pick up, occupy front chair.
Hello, 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 hello. Good morning everyone. I, Sarvesh Bhandari, with my co-anchor Arya Mahajan, are delighted to welcome you all for this special event organized by Department of MBA, School of Commerce and Management, Sanjivani University.
Of Commerce and Management, Dr. V.R. Malkar sir, all the HODs and all my fellow mates. Let us now begin this event by extending a warm welcome to our guests and all the dignitaries present.
Thank you, sir. We are honored to invite Dr. V.R. Malkar, sir, Dean, School of Commerce and Management, for this event. We request V.R. Malkar, sir, to give a brief address to the gathering.
Today's guest, Mr. Ramesh Faisal, a global talent head of ZHO, our Registrar, Deputy Registrar Amol Dakne, our head of the department, Dr. Bhagat, and all my dear students, colleagues and dear students. It's a great moment for the Sanjivani University that ZHO Corporations is having a hand with us as an MOU. You know that more than 12,000 employees are working in a company, and specifically they are having a business application to compete to the world. More than 70 plus business applications, even have a capacity to replace Facebook, Instagram, and even WhatsApp and all your current technology. So this much of potential the company is having. You might be learn the way the company has grown in the small village of Coimbatore or Chennai, near to Chennai. And the entire business acumen they had shown how the technology can bring the changes in their organization. The organization philosophy is, you will listen from him how differently they are the things. Big rural education society have a same kind of motto to develop rural Kolle and President Amit Dada Kolle. These institutions starting with 120 intake in 1983 now reached to more than 25,000 students across 20 plus institutions. So that's why this story something matches, and that becomes a like how this ZHO is doing well in the market. Yesterday itself, our students was reading Times of India. In this, Upsal also plays a very good role to bring Maharashtra to have an MOU with them. But this is the first MOU in the state of Maharashtra. Really something fascinated with to see in Chennai, and I told Bhagat sir to have a plan to go in Chennai to their office in the month of December, and there you will take away the entire journey of ZHO. Thank you very much.
With strategic partnership and educational collaborations across India, the Middle East, the US, Europe and Africa. With a stellar academic background, he holds a bachelor's in
Award by Coimbatore Management Association. In addition to this corporate accomplishments, he serves as a faculty member at SICASA, where he trains CA students in advanced information technology. Beyond this, his personal expertise, sir is an avid dirt bike racer, football enthusiast, passionate debater and a content creator on YouTube, reflecting his dynamic personality and a wide range of interests.
Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ramesh Faisal sir. Please welcome him sir.
And meanwhile, can you answer my laptop?
Yes. More photo with that.
Now we are signing the MOU with Zoho. And it's a proud moment for Sanjivani University as well.
Can you open the folder and take one more photograph?
You want to connect your laptop?
With a great pleasure, I now invite our esteemed guest, Mr. Ramesh Bezel, Global Head of Learning Innovation and Talent Transformation at Zoho Corporation, to deliver a special lecture.
there. Change the slide.
Creation filled with these magical tablets and even potential life partners. The taxi arrives at our doorstep. Click of a button, the food arrives at our doorsteps. Sometimes
Can we copy that presentation?
so as a tribute to our friends, okay, to stand in front of the mirror and ask themselves how do they feel about their day-to-day work. Have you ever? If you ask, the honest answers would be it's not working. Yes, sorry for the interruption. So, we were discussing about, have you ever asked any of the accountants to touch their heart and really tell how do they generally feel about their day-to-day work? If you ask them, any finance guy, any accountant, any CA, any auditor, any CMA for that matter, whomever is related to this accounting profession, the honest answer would be any of these or a combination of these. At least one of these. And these are the reasons why the traditional way of bookkeeping, the old way, which we have been following years and years, no? It is being phased out bit by bit. Now let's come to the point. What is technology? What is technology? Throughout the day, we keep hearing words like automation, artificial intelligence, Bitcoin, blockchain. If you carefully observe, 15 years back or 10 years back, around 2010, somebody was talking about all of these things. We didn't know what it was. We really didn't know. Around 2015, somebody was again talking about all of these things. We heard it in the news and other things, in the social media and other platforms. Still, those words remain strangers for us. We didn't know really what it was. But today, the very day when I am talking in front of you, these are a reality. Whatever the AI, whatever the ML, whatever the Bitcoins that we were talking, these are a reality right now. Likewise, what I am going to talk for the next few minutes might seem like a jargon for you today, but tomorrow they are a reality. Even today they are a reality. How? Let's take two accountants. Accountant A, accountant B. Accountant A, what he does is, he spends 3 hours of his time doing the manual data entry. That is, getting the receipt book from the client, manually entering that into the system, and he finishes off the reconciliation. 3 hours. Whereas accountant B, what he does is, he just scans all the documents so that everything is available already in the system, finishes off the reconciliation within minutes, and rest of the time he spends with his clients to help him how to improve his revenue, how to improve his bottom line. That folk, no, the accountant B, we call him automation. In other words, smart work. And this is what we urge you to do today. This is what we urge you to do today. This is ideally how we want you to do the accounting today. You know what will happen if these things you are not getting adapted to it? See, the client's need is going to increase day by day. The business environment as such is going to become very dynamic. What you see as a business model a decade back is not the same model today. So the business environment is dynamic. So you will have to adhere to it. The client's demands are going to increase day by day. And the technology is going to become better and better and better. If you are not going to change to these things, the person whom you thought of few minutes back as a friend, no? You remember this person? That friend, that same friend will be a competitor to you in the coming years. You will face that reality only when there is a competition. Only when there is a placement opportunity popping up. Whom will he select? The technologically advanced guy or the one who doesn't know to handle things with related to technology? Whom will he select? You as a hiring person, whom will you select? Technologically advanced. So be prepared for it is what we are telling. Okay? Let's play a small activity. Okay? I don't want to give you some boring lectures and get the day fed up. I know it has already been iterating again and again and again. So what we'll do is let's have a small activity to understand what we are really doing in this life. Okay? So let's go for a small flashback. Probably 15-20 years back. Okay? I'm just going to show you some products. For every product that I'm going to show you, I'm going to ask you 2 questions, for which you will have to just answer yes or no. Okay? Can I get a yes? Yes. Are we ready? Yes. Okay, fantastic. Dialophones. Have you ever seen this product or used this particular product? Yes. Okay. Second question is, are you still using this product? No. CDs. Have you ever seen this or used this by any chance? Yes. Fantastic. Are you still using this product? No. Audio cassettes. How many of you have used this? Oh, great. How many of you have seen this? Almost everyone. How many of you are still using it? Anybody? Walkman. Have you ever seen this or used this? Nobody? Yes, yes. Are you still using this? Photographic films. How many of you have seen this? Great. Are you still using this product? No. Definitely not. Video cassettes. One of my personal favorite. Because those times, only if this is there, you can convert your home as a home theater. Not only for you, for the whole village. Okay? Have you ever seen this or used this? How many of you have seen this? Okay. How many of you have never seen this? Nice. Now the question is, are you still using this particular product? No. See, what we have understood from this is, the products that you have been using it before, you don't use it now. This is the simple logic. Okay. The same applies to practices as well. Practices, the way we practice things. No? So think of those times when you actually called a travel agent to book your flight tickets. First of all, going in a flight itself is a difficult task. And booking the ticket is all the more difficult. Because for any region, they'll give a 3-digit code which none of us will be able to remember for life. Okay? So today are we doing the same thing? What is the code for Shirdi? Yes? The same confusion existed those days also. So here today you have the data available, but still those times even Google was not there. So for anything and everything you will have to rely on the travel agent to book the flight ticket. Today click of a button you book the flight tickets, right? So this is ideally what the practice has been doing. Okay? The habit of recharging the mobile phones with the help of scratch cards. Few people like you used coins, few idiots like me used the nails, and getting the dirt out of the nail is all the more difficult. Okay? So are we doing the same thing for your recharge today? Definitely not. The habit of going to the taxi stand to hire a taxi. Those days I'll be the victim. Any guest comes home, to send them back properly, you'll have to go to the taxi stand to hire a taxi, and most of the time taxis won't be available there. So today, tap of a button, the taxi arrives at your doorstep. See, what we mean to say here is, the world is moving very fast. And we always strive to achieve the best way of doing things, the best way. What you consider as the best way yesterday is not the best way today. And what you consider as the best way today is not the best way tomorrow. Slow and steady wins the race, those days are gone. We live in an era where only fast and the furious can win the race. So ideally, we are into an era of developments. What you do yesterday, you are not going to do it today. Okay? So whatever you consider as the best technologies of those times, best technologies, today you won't even consider this as a product. You won't even respect this as a product today because they have become obsolete due to the technological advancements. So let's see the innovations that are happening across different industries. What is happening around the world? Let's have a look at that. Huh? Are you all ready? Yes. Can I get a yes? Yes. Okay. Postmates. Have you heard of this, anybody? Postmates. Nothing but a logistics and delivery platform. They plan to deliver all the meals that you order with the help of artificial intelligence. Today the Swiggy boys and Zomato boys are coming now. Tomorrow even they won't come. Only the robots will be standing out of your house. Watch out for it. Walmart, they are planning to use artificial intelligence to prevent the checkout theft. Somebody puts the lipstick inside and walks away, they will leave you. Automatically the amount will be deducted from your bank. Okay? Don't do it. drone for deliveries. All of future e-commerce shopping are going to get delivered in the form of drones, like Santa Claus throwing the gifts. Okay, you can expect it. Very near, very near. It's almost done. Okay, you go to your rooftop, Santa Claus will throw you the gifts for you. Only thing is you'll have to pay for it. Agricultural drones. The farmers have gone a step higher. They are planning to use drones with the help of cameras in order to improve the treatment of their crops. GPS vehicle tracker, we use it on a daily life, so nothing much is needed. Puma is releasing a digital shoe. You swipe up, it tightens. You swipe down, it loosens. The moment I saw this, I was just wondering, thank God Alan Soli, the shirt company didn't come up with this idea. Somebody swipes, everything goes for a toss. Okay? So Puma is releasing a digital shoe. So all the customer service representatives, no? They're going to be replaced by robots. Today, you talk to some girl thinking that she is very beautiful. It is going to be the robot who is going to be talking. It's not the actual girl per se. So it is going to be only the virtual agents who is going to replace the customer service representatives that we are going to call. So don't be fooled by the robots. Okay, be careful. And Google and Tesla are competing against themselves to come up with driverless cars. Which means cars are going to think of themselves and they are going to ride on the road. When you think about cars, going to think of themselves. Did you ever think, where will it leave our business finance to be? When such innovations are happening across the globe, did you ever think how the finance of a particular business is going to happen? I would put forth a statement here, a very strong statement. The traditional way in the sense, the way in which you have been doing your accounting again and again and again, this is dying. I'm sorry to use this word, but this is dying. I'll tell you how. See, earlier, if you see, accounting few years back, I'm talking about 30-40 years back. So, your professors would be in a better position to understand this. Whenever you created any transaction, okay? So you just think, no, take a taxi from an airport or somewhere. They used to give a receipt. How many of you have got it? They used to give a receipt. You go stay in a hotel. They'll give you the bill. That the invoice will be sent to your email or to your WhatsApp. Right? So what we have done is, we have transformed ourselves from paper transactions to a digital transaction. And he will go through all of these, punch it inside the system, and he will decide whether your business is running in profit or loss after the calculation. There you create transactions and post the entries, but still, what is the problem is you are restricted to one particular presentation, you are let free. Okay? Hardly 2 minutes for each of these to know what technology is all of these. Okay? Till then, any doubts? Till then, do you have any doubts? No? Clear? Generations calls it as freedom. You are not bound to your office. In fact, you need not have an office to work. Right from wherever you are, you get access to your data. You know how do you use your Instagram or your Facebook? You access it wherever you are, just with internet connection, right? Why? Because these are into cloud. Likewise, your accounting should also be inside cloud. Sitting right in front of me, you should be in a position to do your entries. Just take your mobile and do the entries. So this can happen only with regards to cloud technology. Okay? Second is about the collaboration becomes much more faster. Trust me, most of the foreign companies prefer to have their back-end accounting team in India. There could be multiple reasons for that. One is our population. Okay? We are competing with China on this. Second, we have all amenities available here. The availability of services, the quality of work. You give $100 to a citizen in United States, he won't even rub your or polish your shoe. You give it to Indians, they will even create a shoe and give it for you. The kind of quality is possible only with regards to cloud technology. Realize how it is happening? Generally, people from one department, that is your department, share the data or they talk to each other. They talk to the people from other departments. So generally there is a data transferring happen between these two departments. So just extras will have in every department to handle the operations, you use different solutions. And these applications has to talk to each other. Today, whatever the accounting system that you use, it is siloed, the data is siloed, it is restricted within that particular system. But today, the modern management functions, there is something called as modern management functions. This says you don't decide something based on only that department's data. You will have to rely on the data of, I'm sorry for the internet issue, I had a screenshot over there. If everything is working properly, that should pop up, but still I'll give you an example. So usually in a business, how many of you are from MBA sales here? Sales or marketers on that? Okay. Assume that Prasad is for marketing. Okay? And Vijay. Where's Vijay? Vijay is here. Vijay is a finance guy. Prasad is marketing. Vijay is finance. Now, in traditional, that is usually these two do the deal. So this is what generally the sales team will do. Prasad has closed a deal with me. So this deal according to him is closed. Let's say 50 lakhs. This is closed. But if you see in his system, if you take my receivable, okay, if you take my deal, it is closed. According to him, I am a 50 lakh customer. But if I have not paid it, I will have to pay that 50 lakhs, no? If I have not paid it to the finance team, for him, I am an outstanding customer. Okay, if Prasad is not aware of this guy is a defaulter, he is not at all paying, he will continue closing the deals with me again and again, irrespective of the fact that whether I am paying. These two are combined together. So he is telling, Arey Vijay, don't close the deal with this guy, man. Or Prasad is telling that, Vijay is telling Prasad, don't close deals with this guy because he is closing the deal, but he is not paying it to us. End of the day, it might become a bad debt for you. So what will Prasad do is he will refrain from closing any further deals with me, which has high possibilities of converting into bad debts. So this is ideally why the applications have to talk to each other. The department has to talk to each other. So in the modern finance functions, generally you don't decide a particular decision or you don't decide something based on one particular data alone. You will have to refer the data from other departments. It is usually expected to know the data of other departments to take it. So this is ideally what we are doing it. So there are some other examples. Like we call it as the priority support. You have a customer service, no? Have you ever seen that you getting frustrated at a particular customer service representative guy? Maybe let's say there is a customer and he has contributed a lot of revenue to the company and he has stuck with something and he is calling the customer service representative. And if the customer service representative gives a very lame excuse for it, asking them to wait for hours together on the line, do you ever think that the customer will be happy? Definitely not. So he will start shouting at you. So if this support guy who has attended the call, if he gets to have he has generated a revenue of so and so, he is a premium customer for you, he gets the seriousness. So he will respond accordingly. So likewise, every department has to have the data. So this is possible only if all of your applications are talking to each other and you make decisions based on that. That is what we call it as contextual integration. Applications talking to each other. You don't decide something based on one particular department's data. Clear? Any doubts? So this is ideally how your system will look if all your applications are connected with each other and they share the information. there were two devices meant for two distinct purposes. The mobile phone, which was meant for communication, the camera, which was meant for photography. Two devices, two distinct purpose, two different industries. Had I come to you 25 years back and told you that I am going to integrate these two together, you would have admitted me in some mental hospital. But today it's a huge success. You design a mobile phone based on the camera pixel it has. Okay? You are buying a mobile phone for communication, but you design based on the power of camera it has. The systems that are designed today are not just meant for that particular purpose. It is beyond that. What it does beyond that. So that matters. So just extrapolate the example over here. You have accounting system, you have banking system. Okay? These two systems are distinct. They are separate, but they are complementary to each other. How? You created invoices in the accounting system, and the collection for that you received it in the banking section. Again, you shuttle back to the accounting system to record the same payment. There has never been a system so far to tell you that boss went to the bank or the bank website to make the payment. Again, you shuttle back to the accounting system to record the same payment. Since these two systems were not in a single platform, you ended up doing a lot of data entry, which resulted in duplication of all your efforts, which were all susceptible to errors due to manual intervention. So this connected banking is nothing but a technology that will bridge the gap between the accounting system and banking system. Simple, put it simple. You open your accounting system and perform your banking operations from your accounting system itself, because your accounting system and banking system are connected. It is in a single place. Okay? So this is what we call it as connected banking. You see any outstanding bills, you make a payment from your accounting system itself. You collect a payment from your customer from the accounting system itself. You need not even open your net banking. So this is, you do your banking operations right from your accounting system. This is what we call it as connected banking. So this is going to drastically change the way we are going to work. And fourth is OCR, artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'll just complete it very fast. How many of you know what OCR is all about? OCR, optical character recognition. Any idea? See, put it in layman terms, this technology captures
visas and everything will be deposits and
some kind of expense, like employee reimbursement, nothing of that.
Yeah, we have.
We do have. See, assume that some coordinator here, okay? Gentlemen, what's your name? Atharva? Dev. See, let's say Dev. This guy is Dev. Okay? He is going to organize this particular seminar. So what Bharat sir tells him is, Dev, you do all of this, organize it. Whatever the expense that is being popping up, you pay it out of your pocket, get those bills, and once the program is done, you just give me or submit it to me, I'll get it reimbursed. Whatever the total amount that you have spent, I will give it back to you. So this we call it as reimbursement. So assume that traditionally how they will work is, whenever he is purchasing these water bottles, these mementos or whatever it is, you will collect the bill, right? And you will save those bills. Okay? Thankfully it shouldn't rain. Thankfully it shouldn't rain. What will happen? It will vanish, right? So thankfully it shouldn't rain. So he'll collect all the bills and submit it to Bharat sir once the program is done. Bharat sir says, he would have given him instruction, no? What if he buys the mementos for 50,000? Will the college reimburse it for him? So there will be some certain limits. Like water bottles, it has to be within this particular limit. Food expense, it has to be within this. So he'll instruct him accordingly. Because that is not Bharat sir's policy, that is the university's policy. So based on that policy, he will organize that particular meeting. So once he submits that after the meeting, will Bharat sir directly reimburse him? He will check whether all of these bills are within the protocol, within the company's policy, whether it is legitimate, or have I submitted some fake ones? Okay? I can very well go to a hotel, get a bill copy and come submit it. So there can be high possibilities that you will have to regulate it, audit it. So if it is food, it has to be within 2000 or 3000. So you define a rule and the machine will learn it. So you're instructing the machine to learn that particular rules, and if somebody is submitting a report and everything is within the university's protocol, why should somebody sit and break their head going through each and every transaction here? Let it auto approve it. So automatically it will auto audit and auto approve it, and once it is approved, the amount has to be transferred. The university will transfer the amount to you. That is when artificial intelligence comes into picture. What we do is, this is OCR. You just take a photo of it and a digital. This is the paper transaction. A digital copy of that is ready. This we do it with OCR. Second, once all of these things are done, if everything is within the protocol, you approve it. You just approve it because the machine learning would have checked each and every submit whether the expense that are submitted are within the company's protocol or not. And when it is reimbursed, this will get reflected in the company's statement. And they would have created a transaction for it. The AI will automatically match the bank statement transaction with the accounting. Alexa or Siri doesn't know about Alexa or Siri. Doesn't know about Alexa or Siri. Boss, what question is this? Whenever we find time, we play with Alexa or Siri. Let me tell you an interesting fact. Every 2 minutes, one Indian asks Alexa, Alexa, Indians have with regards to voice interface. Let's have a look into this particular video and we'll talk about this. Is it, can it be played? The audios, and Zia will reply. Here Ramesh, here is the cash flow report for March or whatever the month you have asked for, and it says only for the report, but it is going way forward and telling you that, boss, you have a surplus cash. It also gives you a suggestion stating that you can lodge it as a fixed deposit. We do it with the help of AI. Okay, and you command Zia back. Great. Create a fixed deposit with my bank for a surplus cash of 3 lakhs. And it can command you back. I have created a fixed deposit for 3 lakhs with an interest of 8% at the bank, by itself checking which bank has the highest interest rate. We do it with AI. So we are powering Zia with the help of AI. Like how you have Alexa and Siri, we have Zia for business. So this, and you just reply cool thanks. So you're just going to command Zia and just wait for what it is doing for you. Hey Zia, send an invoice. Hey Zia, record this payment. This is ideally how the business is going to be handled. Today you have started doing, hey Siri, call my girlfriend. Hey Siri, call my mama, whomever it is. You command it, watch it doing it, right? So likewise, you are just going to command your personal assistant and watch how it is going to handle your business operations. And you as an accountant has to be ready for this. Are you ready is what the question is. So you answer it to yourself. And the fifth one is about automation. See, every business will have its own requirement. It could be as simple as this or as complex as this. You cannot find one solution which will cater the need of every business on this planet. So whenever you are choosing an ERP or a solution for yourself to handle the business, you should be checking whether it has the flexibility to customize it based on your requirement, or at least it has simple automation. When I talk about simple automation, simple automations like your posting your monthly rental expense. It could be a recurring expense. Every month you incur your rental expense. Why should you go put it every month? Instead, you put it on a recurring pattern and choose whether weekly, monthly or yearly or whatever the pattern is. So the automation on a simple level started here itself. Every month, this transaction is being posted to you. To complex automation like you do something in your system, somewhere in someone else's system, something has to be automated. So right from simple automations to complex automations, your business solutions should be in a position to handle. Otherwise, you will not be in a position to compete with the business competition. These are the 6 major factors that will drastically change the way we are handling our business today. So, choosing the right technology can make all the difference to you. Last but not the least, I would like to conclude just by telling this. Remember, great things are always simple in life. Great things are always simple in life. If they are not simple, they are never meant to be great. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you one. So. Zoho Books is our accounting solution. You have a lot of things which could be automated. See, with the stipulated time, I could give examples of only a very few, just to make things diluted for you. But it's one of the powerful tools that businesses are operating today. And in case of anything, I am Ramesh. Everywhere it is Ramesh Faisal. Be it to Google me, you will be able to see my profile. It is Ramesh Faisal. Okay. If there is no internet connection, possibly you can try it from your end, and you can connect everywhere like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I am available there for any of your future references, any kind of suggestions or advice that you need from our end. Career opportunities, mentoring, I am there for you. So thank you one and all. I've done it. It's in your hands. Whatever for your future endeavors. Really, I think this is the second time I'm coming. I've come here for a conference, and this is ideally the first time I'm coming here. Happy to be with all of you, and I hope all of you are coming out with wonderful colors, flying colors. Yeah, thank you so much.
Few questions.
Yes. I'm open for questions.
And all, while traveling, such a kind of.
I mean, we have Zia. If you order Zia, read my mails for you. It will eventually start reading it for you. For one thing. We have Zoho Mail, which can actually, Zia is a tool, a robot, which will actually market. So it is launched. We have done all the pilot studies and other things. This is one of the products of Zoho. Whatever I have showed, this is more than this is available in our products.
Majority of our MBA students wants to opt for business analytics and fintech. So
Fantastic.
which products of Zoho or training modules of Zoho that they can?
They can go for Zoho Books, which every finance or non-finance people, if you are into MBA, you should know how to handle the finance. You could be HR, you could be a marketing guy, but end of the day, nothing works without money. So you should be in a position to handle money. I am just going very frank.
Yes.
Can I tell that I am a HR, but I don't want money? End of the day, money matters. That is ideally why we are running the business. So every MBA guy has to be in a position to understand, even if they are not from that particular background, they should be in a position. We are meant to produce entrepreneurs. And end of the day, we produce more of salespeople. MBA colleges are meant to produce entrepreneurs. You have to run your own business. When you are running your own business, how can you tell that you can't manage your business finance? It is the muscle part. So it is like you having a body without blood. Everything has to work properly, you will need to have blood. So finance is the key. Even I am not from a finance background, I am from a marketing background. Whatever I do as a marketing, end of the day it has to come through money, no? Only then I have done my marketing properly. So everything connects with finance, so everybody has to know the finance aspects. So finance is the must. So you should be in a position to handle, for knowing Zoho Books or to learn Zoho Books, you need not have accounting background. Anybody here, if I ask how a salary component is being calculated, or let's say if I tell the CTC, how would you bifurcate and each and every component based on the statutory laws of Indian Penal Code or Indian law, HR law? Nobody, they might be in a position to do it, nobody will be very confident to post, this is how the salary structure has to be done. And we still claim, I am a HR guy. So, this would be the first question that anybody, when you are doing something, if you claim yourself to be a carpenter, you should be in a position to design any design that I am showing it to you. You should be in a position to craft it. Otherwise, you can't claim yourself to be a carpenter. So, likewise, just think if you are ready to do whatever things that you are capable of, you are in a position to do. HR, you should know the Newton corner, at least for this component of salary structure, how to calculate the payroll, how to do the payroll calculations. So these things is a must. For finance people, I mean finance is for everyone, but finance people by default they should be in a position to have it in their fingertips. So these trainings, it will teach you more than what you read in your books. These trainings, this will teach you we took a session in SRM. I'm not sure how many of you know SRM in Chennai. They said our whole syllabus is covered in these 4 days. 4 days, full syllabus of those, because with all the terminologies and the explanations, we'll be able to cover it. So once it's like a workshop. You attend it, you are ready for the interview. Whatever they have been asking, one Kaidam millet, I'm not sure if you are aware. This college we did a free session because they are from a very rural background. So those times when they opted for it, we did it as a CSR for them. Because those times the training session even we didn't have a training program itself. So when we had that particular session for them, this girl who attended that session was able to talk for 2.5 hours non-stop in the interview, and they selected her. And that was a case study that we had. She said whatever they were able to ask, I was ready to answer, even more than what they were expecting from me. So this training can actually transform your business acumen. Any other questions?
So what qualities do you look for a candidate when you are from such an institute for being pleased or into?
See, depends on what roles we are hiring for. Let's say if we are hiring an engineer to develop our products, what is that? See, you think on those aspects. Anybody, this is for everyone, not for the person who has answered it. Any candidate who is coming, what does a developer do? Any idea? They will. So obviously, what they will expect from me? Coding. So what are all the questions will be shooted out to me? Everything is related to coding. Will I be in a position to check whether your communication is good or not? I might, but it doesn't matter because you are not going to have Python or R or Java, whatever it is. I mean, through which you talk to the computers. So that language we will check. If your role is marketing, will I be asking you questions related to developing aspects or coding? I will be checking you on how strong you are with regards to marketing. So, what is the role that we are coming up for? For that role, what are the qualities and the skill sets that are required? That you will have to be there. So, this is ideally we look at the candidate. So, communication is a must or not for a marketing guy? It's a core because he has to stand out of the box with regards to communication if he is a marketing guy. So, likewise, based on the profiles that we come up for, we look for such skill set in that particular. You Google for what are all the skill sets that are required for a marketing guy. It gives some random shits. That's also there. But eventually, the first 4 points is will all the quality. See, you should be in a position to convince people here. Being a marketing guy, simple as that. Let's put it in simple. Convincing skill. Whether you are able to think, creativity is required for a marketing guy. The kind of discipline you have with regards to your business. So there is a concept called as beg, borrow, steal. Do you know that? Beg, borrow, steal. If a manager is giving you a task, okay, he's never bothered how you are doing it. He's never bothered. End of the day, that job has to be done. So what we use it, you beg, borrow, steal. You can beg someone to do that done. You can borrow somebody's help to get that done. Or you can steal to get that done. I am not worried. But my job is to get that done. So you beg, borrow, steal, that has to be done. So you should be a task getter, go-getter, in case if you are choosing that particular profile. So this is ideally how we look for skill set and we test you accordingly. Any other questions?
Sir, I actually had an opportunity to work on Zoho CRM during my internship. And I had a question regarding that. So we wanted to do some automations and I couldn't figure it out, which is why we contacted the Zoho consultants. So I wanted to know if there is a way that Zoho can make it easier for the businesses. So like just like guidebooks or any chatbots.
See, very good, wonderful question actually, and I'm really happy that you have tried something because you are from a marketing background.
No, now business analytics.
Business analytics. So, see, we do have help docs for each and every product which has been populated. We call it as the Bible of every product. Want it for Zoho Books, we'll have the help doc. You want it for Zoho CRM, we do have the help doc. But the help docs, whether it will convey everything is the question. Because what is the business scenario that you have, we may not have thought of it. Because we are curating it on a general aspect. What would generally business require? So maybe that part is missing. But if you get to know the concept how to actually automate things, it is like knowing the addition. You know how to do the addition. And I give you any random numbers, you will be in a position to do it. But in the help doc, we would have covered 2 plus 2 is 4, 3 plus 2 is 5. But you would have been asking like what is 8, 888 plus 888. So we will teach you the methodology, how to do the addition. Likewise, how to do the automation if you are getting the training and get yourself done. And knowing CRM is like, not everybody even in Zoho would know CRM. If you are knowing Zoho CRM, you will be in a position to handle your sales and marketing. If you are knowing Zoho Books, you would be in a position to start your financial aspects. Knowing these two, there are 90% chance that any recruiter would hire you. This is the kind of competence that you will have to build inside yourself. See, I am not talking only about Zoho. You take CRM training being done. So I am not from you go with CRM. Yeah, projects is covered inside Zoho Books itself, but out and out projects, and in case if you want, I can connect.
Base camera. What was the next generation company was delivering, or you are thinking anything that you with Zoho? Second question was as a business analyst, which are the technical skills, soft skills are required for that? And yesterday I used your Zoho Analytics. It was fantastic. I have input Excel sheet and he gave me a beautiful.
Basically what he wants from me is, you said that the keypad phones were there used in the olden days. Today we use phones with touchless. What would be the future? If I am able to predict that, I'll be the next Steve Jobs. It's like anything. We're changing a SIM cards like anything. Now the future, see, is the apple ate by the Adam and the Eve. The first apple one today. So that first transformation happened with that particular apple. Second, the second transformation is the apple that fell on Newton's head. That's when science came into birth. Science took its birth. So that's the second apple which transformed our lives. Third apple is Steve Jobs' apple. The person who is going to be the reason behind the fourth apple will be the hero of next generation. Mark my words. Hello. See that in the screen by any chance? They would see yellow.
Devo Motors.
Dev Motors.
Mantis or something.
Yeah, there was one car called CLO. I just wanted to show this to them. It's not there. No problem. So you can Google CLO, CEILO. Okay, just after the session also. So this car had a powerful engine, MPFI engine. But they were the first one to introduce MPFI. But it was a failure model. At that time. Because no mechanics understood how to use an MPFI. So it is all about even the wisest of the technology. AI. They are giving some AI robots along with the phones. Generally there are some scenarios where when you marry a girl, the brother comes along. Usually in traditional ways it used to happen. You will bring that girl along with his brother. Likewise, whenever you are doing something, you are buying a phone, the bot comes along with you today. So So there are a lot of things which we can predict with the help of technology, like it could be AI, it could be ML, some other transformational technology. That's the answer for your first question. It helps you to customize your own report, not only with the data available in Zoho itself. You can mismatch. For that also we do provide the training. So that is always there. So if you have used that particular tool, I would that are I felt